This is a band from this is Simple Minds, Sanctify Yourself. This was one of Holly's favorites.
Yep.
And this is the first of 3 songs on that are on the K-Rock charts. What do you think of Simple Minds back in 1985?
I loved Simple Minds in 85, and I still like and admire them. The Once Upon a Time album that I'm guessing all 3 of these songs came from, really, really good album. The band showed a lot of promise before that. Then they broke through with Don't You Forget About Me, which was a #1 pop hit, but they didn't write it. And then with this album, they returned to their own sound and got production that really brought everything to the fore. And I just thought that this stuff was spectacular, and it's withstood the test of time.
There you go. Is this a classic hit for you?
Do we play it? No, we don't. We play Don't You Forget About Me because it was #1.
Yeah.
Yeah, this song, and watching this did you watch the video?
I did not.
It's good. I mean, you forget how I don't forget because I do. I love them and I still listen to them. Good performers too. It was a good performance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen them a couple of times, and they are good performers. I saw them when I was living in the Seattle area in '85, and it was funny. He threw his hat into the audience and then was mad that people wouldn't throw it back.
Live in a society, people.
Yeah.
But it went in '85. It was like this over. I mean, I guess it still works, but it feels like it's so produced. Like a lot of these arena rock sounds, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it still holds. Like Sanctify Yourself is kind of it's a great jam.
Well, it's a good song. They've got a spectacular drummer, and I know what you mean about the gloss and sheen on it, but it's not overproduced the way some of the other songs that we're hearing on the list are. And I think that's why it does stand up. And there's also Charlie, I can't remember, is it Charlie Burke, the guitarist? He's a good guitarist and gets some great sounds. And that guitar aspect helps it not sound like it's just totally 80s.
Yeah, this song rocks. I mean,
Yeah.
this
The whole album rocks.
Yeah. So I was reading, Dave, were you going to say something before?
No, go ahead.
So I was reading something about it. So it's said, and I guess everything open to interpretation, that Jim Kerr is, there are some religious overtones or undertones in some of his music, which I never took it that way. I don't read it that way necessarily. But when I was reading about this song, they were, I guess, touring with the band The Call. Oh no, Michael being the lead singer of The Call,
right,
who I did know to be a Christian band, sings backup on this. So it kind of gave me a whole new perspective. I know Sanctify Yourself can easily be seen as, religious overtones, but I never really thought that about them. Did you?
No, not that it would have bothered me. I'm a huge fan of Peter Gabriel, and he was pretty heavily Christian for a phase there in his career, and it didn't bother me. I'm not personally a Christian. I don't have anything against Jesus. I just don't think, I think there's more than one ways. Let's put it that way. But it doesn't bother me that people are Christian, and it doesn't seem like they're a Christian band. It doesn't seem like that's the thrust of their message.
That's why it surprised me to read this. I didn't know. I mean, you too. It doesn't bother me either. It's not my thing, but it doesn't bother me. But usually you can maybe pick up a little bit, like with The Call specifically. You pick up on it, but I never did with Simple Minds.
I never did with The Call. With Simple Minds, between Sanctify Yourself and them being from the British Isles, I just assumed that religion would have had a part in their upbringing and at least, have an impact on their formation as people. But I didn't know that about The Call.
Yeah.
Hey, as long as it rocks, I don't care.
And The Call certainly did. They were great.
I want to rock, man. I don't care what, fine. That's all that matters. Okay, so Zeb, are you lyric or music? What attracts you first?
I'd have to say probably music, but if the lyrics are really stupid, I'm going to have a problem.
All right. So where were you with We're Not Going to Take It? Is that
We're Not Going to Take It from, I'm sorry, I'm not
from Twisted Sister.
Oh. Twisted Sister. I did not enjoy Twisted Sister.
Okay. All right. So Let's just put it
Wasn't their big
So you
hit
like
"Come
the
On Feel
music.
the Noise"? That was
That-
their
that
their
was,
breakthrough, right?
No, that was Quiet Riot.
Oh, quite right. I hated
was-
them too.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Anybody that covers Slade is making a mistake right out of the gate.
All right. So not a big hair metal fan is what I'm taking.
It depends, but those are particularly exorable examples.
Okay. Fair enough.
Really drastic examples. I mean,
Yeah.
you can, dramatic, I should say.